Welcome friends, welcome back to the shop. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today, got some fingernail polish here, or lacquer, or whatever you want to call it, depending on where you're from. And I've got some ring blanks. Let me grab these boxes. I've got some blue. These are really cool. We're going to be working on a blue one, but show you an up close of this in the light. It's a beautiful blue. These are stainless. Got the blue ones, and I've got some black ones. And I'm going to be working on a blue one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera, and we're going to put some of this nail polish on before I inset the stones. And I'm also going to inset some copper. I've got little bitty pieces. Well, I'm going to have to cut a bunch more, but I've started cutting, and these are tiny, tiny, tiny little pieces. I don't know if that's going to show up, but I'm going to inset these as well as some turquoise. I don't know, my plan may go awry and I may end up changing in the middle of it because this is very tedious, but we'll give it a whirl and see what we can do. So let me rearrange the camera, bring you in here, and I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, so as you can see, I got it mounted on my ring mandrel. Also worth noting, if you watched my last video, I may have edited it out, but I was having trouble with the glue because it was kind of cold. So I've got it sitting on the heater, trying to warm it up a little bit. It's older, but I have some thin viscosity, and it was very troublesome as well. So I've got a piece of cardboard on the ways of my lathe, just to keep from getting stuff all over it. So what I'm going to do is I guess I'm supposed to shake this stuff up first. I've seen my wife do it enough times, I should know, but so I'm shaking this paint up, trying to get it all mixed up. It's not green, although this is actually a dark blue, and hopefully this will do what I'm hoping, because this blue has a secret. So I'm going to just go around the whole band here. But this is thick. This is actually labeled as nail lacquer. It's like a top coat, I think is what it said, but I'll show you in just a second why I chose this. And yes, I'm probably getting it on the side, but that's not a big deal. I can get it off later. So now that we got that on there, I'm going to turn this light off for just a second. It might even show. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, but well, this glows, and it glows a really cool blue. And if I wanted to, I guess I could, before it completely cures, put on just a touch of this powder. I'm kind of losing quite a bit of it on the cardboard, but I've got plenty. Now let's see what this looks like. So now, let me turn this light back on. Now my idea is to take I've got these little bitty pieces of copper. I'm hoping, and this is going to take a considerable time, my idea was to set these in, and I've already got a couple pieces cut, but they'll sit in like that and space them out. I don't know, like I said, this is very tedious. But that's what it would look like. But looking at this, I can tell they're not the same width, even though I cut them off the same piece. So I'm thinking I may just cut these in random. What I did, let me show you what I did. I got a piece of copper. This is left over from a wiring job or something. And I just took and cold worked it on the anvil and drew it out, flattened it, and squared it up as best I could. So, yeah, that's a little bit better since I heated it up. I really should have some gloves on because I don't want to get glue all over my fingers, which usually seems to be the case. I think that's going to look really cool. So I'm just going to, I don't think I'm going to be able to get them evenly spaced. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I'm going to try to, space them as close or as evenly as I can, but I don't know. Like I said, this is just an experiment. I've got a couple of different ideas I wanted to try. I think I'm going to try it with a thinner gauge wire next. Maybe I'd done a ring years and years ago. I've lost it, but I remember how I did it. I done it out of sterling wire, and it was pretty cool. And I think doing something like that with copper and inlaying it would be really cool. I can't really explain it. I just have to find some smaller wire and do a mock-up and show you. Let's see. Something about like that might be all right. And then I think I will go with, where's my powder at? I've got turquoise powder that I think I want to use instead of the chips. I do like those chips, but I like the powder too. I just can't find where I set the blooming jar. Oh, it's right there in front of me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these in here. And I'm going to set this where I won't knock it off. And I'm going to put some of this glow powder in with it, kind of mix it up just a little. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of this green mica, because to me this looks like when you have oxidized copper. I think that's going to look really cool. So we'll just take and mix this all together. And this is probably already set up. Oh, no. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just take and pack that in there like that. Oops. I knew I was going to end up with this on my finger. I hope this color I don't sand this blue off, because I really like this blue color. Alright, so the copper's starting to come through. That's what I was afraid of. I've knocked the blue off of that. So I'm going to have to go ahead and just do it all that way, I guess, because there's no way I can make that blue again. Well, I guess in the future I'll do these a little bit different. Maybe use turning tool or something, but that's all right. It's not that big a deal. Everything's an experiment, so I was hoping that it would. I was afraid of that, but I was hoping that it wouldn't come off. I don't know how they did this, but I know I have a ring that I done that I heat treated to get the blue. It was a stainless. And then when I was polishing it, I polished the blue right off of it. So that's kind of the way it goes, because that's just an oxide layer that forms as you heat it up. So I'm thinking this is going to be silver instead of blue. It'll be blue on the inside, but not sure that there's much I can do about it. Oh yeah, that's starting to look really cool. Yeah, that's all coming off there. So the edges and the inside will be blue, but this is going to end up being silver. Yeah, that's looking really, really cool. I like that. I think I'm going to quit there and I will get the polish. Alright, so going with step 1. Oh, whoops. Well, that's 2 pieces. That's even better. I didn't know I had another piece of this stuff. Where I used to work, we got this in big bolts, and there was some that was going to get tossed, little scraps, so I always kept it for stuff like this, because this works really, really good. Alright, so that's step 1, and you can already see that it's just really, really super shiny. And I'll just take and put this right on this rag. Step 2. Alright, and this is step 3. I think this time I will turn it off before I put it on there. Oh yeah, that's gonna be just freaking spectacular. Got it all over my mandrel. Okay. And something to note, I just happened to think of that while I was if you're doing something like this, be careful, because if this thing grabs, if this lathe grabs this, it'll hurt you. So, you know, I seen a news thing or something. One of the people I watch on YouTube, her channel is Sawdust and Splinters or something like that. She had a picture where she had gloves on, which she never wear gloves running some of these tools. She got it into a joiner. I think she ended up losing some fingers. I don't know, but I hope she's all right. Wow, that is pretty stinking cool. I wish that I could have kept the blue on the outside, but let's take and see if this is going to fluoresce. All right, so there it is. Trying to get it where it's in the dark. It's easier said than done. But, all right. So I don't think I'm going to sell these as blue, because I'm not going to be able to do these outside and keep them blue. But I do have several different sizes of these blanks, and I think they look pretty dogged cool. Let me know what you think. Would you buy one? If you would, I know where you can get one. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. So let me know what you think. I'm going to put it on so you can see it on my finger. Not that y'all really want to see my fingers, but oh, it's the mica powder. Basically, it's eyeshadow or whatever. It's kind of cool what you can do with just stuff you got laying around the house. Hope you guys are doing well. We're a couple of days away from the new year, so if you're planning on going out and doing anything for the new year, please be safe, be smart, don't drink and drive. Not only your family, you and your family, but other people too. We just want everybody to get home safely, get home and live to see another day. If you got value out of this, please hit the like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. Was trying to get to it by the end of 2023 or 2024. Unless a miracle happens, that's not gonna happen. We are 360 some away from the 1,000 mark. But we still, that's our goal for next year, hit 1,000 subs and get monetized. I'm pretty pleased with that. Like and subscribe, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video, 2025.